Friends podcast with Robbie, Kevin, and Joe.
And you almost fucked it up again.
Hey, see, this is why I practice
I was in my mind, I was like, should I step on this? And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then he just fucked it all up. I should have done it anyway.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just start doing a pre-recorded intro for that. Fully pre-recorded.
Just have a button to press over there.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record it into the intro, and then I don't have to do anything. But then it defeats the fade. Because when it fades, I'm actually saying it. I don't know. You guys don't deal with it anyway, so what do you do? Lazy fucks.
Lazy fucks. I mean,
all right, welcome to Relatively Friends podcast. It is not hot today. It is like 94, Vegas, all that good stuff. How is everybody? Oh, it's windy today.
not that bad.
Nah, it's not really that windy.
It's breezy, not windy.
Bro, I almost flew off the freeway like 3 or 4 times on the way over here.
Friday was windy.
I don't think I left the house on Friday.
Friday was very windy.
Was it? I don't remember. I don't think I left the house.
Yeah, it kind of was, yeah. Depending on where you're at.
I feel like this is windy today. Oh.
No, my patio furniture's in the same spot. It's not windy.
That's a good statement.
Yeah.
Someone's trash is not in my yard, so
Yeah,
it's not
that's
windy.
a bitch.
Yeah, that's always a problem here.
When I'm
Shit
picking up
flying
30
away.
water bottles from my bushes, that's a windy day.
Oh yeah, you're like the end of a cul-de-sac,
Yeah,
so you get all that
everything fucking
garbage.
just collects right there.
Oh my god, that sucks.
No
I
trampolines
throw it
went
over the
flying
wall.
by. That's how you know it's not windy. There's no trampolines flying by.
I've never seen that
I have a couple times.
here.
Yeah.
Never a trampoline.
Dude, I saw one stuck in a tree.
Not that. I saw my. I was home one day and I was like playing a game on my computer, and I just so happened to like look out the window. This is my old house. Yeah, couldn't open that beforehand.
No. Continue.
So I happened. I was playing a game, and I'm like, do. I look left, and I just see my grill cover just go, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
So
I have bungee cords around mine for that specific reason.
well, the newer one I have has like a giant drawstring, so you can pull it tight at the bottom. This one didn't, so it caught wind and flew like. And then I ran downstairs, ran outside, and it like flew over the house, and I just watched it just kind of hovering down the street. So I chased it down. If it landed in someone's backyard, I'd have been screwed.
Yeah, that happened about a year and a half ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
It was really windy one night. It was like 10:30 at night. My wife wakes me up because she saw on the doorbell camera our patio furniture just tumbling right out the fucking yard.
Oh yeah, you have front patio furniture.
Yeah, so we had to go out there and bring it in the garage. And this was at the time you remember it was like windy for like days upon days on end. Maybe in early 23.
I
Like a
mean,
week of hard wind.
I feel like that. Well, it didn't happen really so much this year. We didn't get the crazy hard winds.
We'd get a day here and there, but not like
Yeah, not the consistent.
You know, back in like 2015 when I was in the old house, my trampoline ended up in the neighbor's yard. My old trampoline.
Oh man,
Yeah, it sucked to have to push that back over the fence.
sandbags, Joe. Sandbags.
Oh, this one's staked into the ground. That one's not going anywhere. It's
You
got
learned,
4
you
foot
learned your
stakes.
lesson. Oh, that's good. So, how's everybody out there? I'm assuming everyone's good. We're all good. You're good. You're good.
mm-hmm.
So, I do have something. I was talking to my wife. We were sitting on the. I was grilling burgers last night, and we were just sitting listening to music. And We Didn't Start the Fire by Fall Out Boy. Essentially the cover for the Billy Joel song came on. And, we listened to it, and, I'm like, oh, that's cool. She was like, oh, that's a great song. And she said, I think that song, the original song was done in 83, and their song covers from 83 to 2003. And I'm like, no, there's no way. Look it up. It's true. So if you think about this, that song covers my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
40 years of my life is summed up in a 3-minute song.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Sad, isn't it?
It's really sad. How do you have a song that's what? Well, it's like 4 minutes long or something like that. I don't know. But like everything that's happened in your lifetime is in this one song.
Mm-hmm.
Major current events.
Major current events. even not so major current events. Everyone should listen to the song. Just go out there, Spotify it. I know nobody has like CDs or does. Everyone has a streaming service. Go to your local streaming service on your phone.
I still have CDs. I still collect
Do
them.
you have a streaming service?
Yes, I do.
Well, there you go. Use your streaming service
No, I'm gonna buy the CD
and
at a
listen to
spike.
this song. You're gonna buy the CD. They don't even have a CD. You should buy
I'm
the
sure they will.
vinyl.
Huh? Fuck vinyl.
You're not a vinyl collector?
No.
You really
Oh.
seem like you collect vinyls.
Why? It's a pain in the ass. It's such a sensitive
You have
medium.
a CD player. You have a vinyl player.
I have a CD player. I don't have a vinyl
I
player.
thought you had a vinyl player.
No, never have. It's such a sensitive media. I don't like it. It fucking sounds like shit.
But technology.
I don't give a fuck. Everybody's and it's hella expensive.
Yeah, they do charge a lot.
Then you have to find a place to store them. They're
Yeah.
not small.
Yeah, you store them on your wall. You make a little box up there, and then you just.
Yeah, so Kevin's cat can knock them all
Yeah,
down.
and then break them. Yeah, fuck that. It's too big of a pain in the ass.
Remember we used to use those as like frisbees back in the day? Those things are like worth a fortune now. You'd
I
find
mean-
like a one of the 12-inch on like the side of the road, and you'd pick it up and just throw it to see how far it would go.
They
You've
would
never
fly,
done.
too.
Yeah, they would go forever.
I mean, I
Kinda
do
like
that
a
with
shingle
CDs
off a
too.
roof.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not that old. We had CDs when I was young. It'd be CD. Actually, it was A-track, not A-tracks. Cassettes. I remember finding cassettes and unwinding them,
I had an 8-track player.
and then running around. Did you really?
Yes, I did.
In one of your vehicles,
Yeah,
bro?
I had one in my house too. One of the little portable ones.
What are you like? 50?
No,
5? 60?
no, not that old.
Was Boston living in the Stone Age? I mean, I grew up in Mississippi where we were literally like 20 years behind with everything. Everyone had color TVs. I was still watching black and white TV.
Nebraska still hasn't got just finally got electricity.
I mean, that's fine. I've never had an 8-track player.
Running
Because you
through
needed
water.
electricity for an 8-track player. Those had to be plugged in. They didn't come with batteries.
What are you talking about? I just hit it with the crank.
Crane generator.
Crank generator. Crank generator.
So, does that mean you hit a midlife crisis now, Robbie?
Oh, I'm way past my midlife. I've hit that. I'm done with it now.
Midlife crisis like 35, dude.
You never know. He might live till 90.
I might.
You're
Sounds
halfway to
awful.
Kevin's age.
My one of my great aunts just passed. She was like 92, I believe. And then her sister was like 90 something. So it's
James-
possible. It's in my blood.
James Earl Jones was 93.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get up there. I'm hoping anyway. Trying to take care of this body. Hitting the gym again.
And eating pancakes
Yeah,
this
don't do
morning
that too
for
long. You blow out your
11
sphincter. Don't flex too hard.
Blow out my sphincter. All right. What do you guys got for us today? Any amazing topics since we don't actually do topics?
No.
What do you mean? Nah.
I mean, you wanted to tell you, like, you sounded like you hit a wall.
Oh, I
You're
didn't.
like, oh, man, all my whole life is in 3.5 minutes. Oh, my God.
It was just something weird that I was just like, huh.
Did you go like sit in the corner and like reflect on that for a couple
Yeah,
minutes
did you have
after?
to, like, sit down and massage your temples? Like, oh, fuck.
a little
This is
bit?
it.
Nah, I just was like, huh, that's interesting. It's just something someone points out. You know how people point stuff out, and you're just like, wow, I just did not notice that. That's amazing. It is disheartening, but it's amazing.
I don't think I would have made that connection with that song.
I wouldn't have either. She made it. I didn't make shit.
Blame her then.
Huh?
When you have an existential crisis, go to her.
I told you I'm already past all that stuff. That happened. Where do you think the side by sides and like 9 million hobbies came from? I midlife within my means.
No, see, at midlife, you got to blow it all out.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's not. No. There's no way.
Yeah, you got to leave credit card debt for your kid. You got to leave all of it.
No. I gotta leave my kids set up for the future.
Then that's not a midlife crisis.
No. I can't. I gotta be smart about it.
You see, a crisis is a complete and total panic.
yes.
And then you just go ape shit.
I
You
did
didn't went
that.
ape shit. You didn't go ape shit. You
I
just,
did that.
No, you didn't.
I did it within my means.
That's not ape shit then.
You can go ape shit within your means. I don't have to go
Not really.
crazy.
No. If it's within your means, it's not ape shit.
For me, it was ape shit.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You just were bored. That's what it was. You were just bored. It wasn't a crisis. You were just bored.
No.
You're like, I haven't started a new hobby in 3 months. I got to do it.
All right, that's
Awkward silence.
that's a little bit more believable.
Nah, I have plenty of hobbies.
See, you keep starting them, and for some reason you hang on to them, and you never give up on 'em. Well, you do give up on them. It just takes you a long time to admit it.
Nah, I've been
Magic,
Magic. I'm done.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I've been done with Magic forever. I said I was done with Dungeon and D&D when it went to twice a week. I was like, I'm out.
Twice a week. We didn't do it twice a week.
You wanted to. You were like, hey, so because was it once a month?
Then every other week.
Then every other week, then once a week, and then you kind of proposed like, "Hey, we should do this twice a week." And I was like, "All right, bro, have a good life."
No, because there's no way I could do it twice a week. How much preparation that is to do that as a DM.
Yeah, but back then you had time. Now you couldn't, but I feel like you had time back then.
No, I really didn't.
No. Well, I'm never playing again, so just getting that on the air right now.
All right, timestamp it.
Timestamp it. I'll play Baldur's Gate cooperatively. Baldur's Gate 3.
I can only play that like so many times. I played it once through. I don't need to play it again.
He's like you with movies.
Yeah. See? Oh, I do that with games too. Once I beat them, I never really played them again.
Yeah, I've already beat it.
Except for Witcher. I played that shit twice. That shit was good.
I mean, you can only play so much narrative before it's like the rest of the game is still the same. You're just changing the narrative just a little to have a different outcome. It's not worth putting another 250 hours of gameplay in just for a little bit of change in narrative.
Well, then make a bunch of different changes.
Yeah, but the whole gameplay is still the same. Regardless, the story still goes to the same spot.
Make a bunch of changes, Joe. You can still make a bunch of changes.
The only thing different is you can make a completely different character and play with different abilities. Still a fun game.
Do it.
See, you make all the different characters and beat the game with each one of them.
Yeah.
But the
You never do that with,
game's
like-
story's still
All
the
260
same.
of them.
Did
The
you never do that with like
storyline
Mario
gets
Kart?
boring.
Oh,
Like you beat Mario Kart with every character, and then you do it on the different levels. The 50cc, the 100cc.
I did that for the SNES version.
Yeah, that was the best one.
It was the best one.
It was the easiest one to control.
Yeah, the newer ones kind of suck. People love them though, so more
I
power.
tried them. They're all right.
They're
The SNES one was the best.
yeah, that and Super Mario World and Mario Paper. No, not Mario Paper. What was the other one? The Mario RPG. That game was fun.
That was on 64, wasn't it?
They had an
Was that on-
N64 version or SNES version.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
isometric, like you're looking from the corner, and it was really
Yeah, I
dumb.
didn't,
but
I
it
didn't
was
like that
really
one that
fun.
much.
Were you Sonic hater too?
No, Sonic was okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
it's iconic.
Was it?
Side scroll game. If you die after 3 times, it's completely game over.
Yeah.
You have to start from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least Mario gave you 5 lives.
kids.
Well, no, you can always do
You-
that trick where you jump on the turtle on the stairs and get the 99 lives.
Yeah, kids nowadays couldn't even play those games and survive.
No, they'd have
original
they'd
Ninja
have nervous
Turtles?
breakdown.
Oh.
Oh, fuck that game.
Could you
The sewer
imagine
level? Oof.
putting like out? Remember we put hours in the games just to like fail and then have to start from the beginning?
Over again, yeah.
Or your mom would be like, "Hey, we gotta go do this. Shut that shit off." And you'd be like, "Okay." You leave it running, and then it freezes,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh fuck, it doesn't work anymore."
I remember that. Or it was like burned into your TV.
No save points.
No.
Yeah, no save points. Not many games had saves. SNES games had saves. Couple
Like Zelda had save points.
Zelda.
There was progress
No.
trackers. That's what it was. Like Super Mario World, it just kept your progress
third
going.
It did, but at least I mean that's essentially a save.
Yeah.
It kept you at the world.
The
Like-
third one.
The third Super Mario, yeah, it had a battery in it. Those little cell phone batteries, or not cell phone batteries, watch batteries. Yeah, that shit was fun. We should do like a
Double fucking Dragon. That game sucked.
what?
It was such a pain in the ass.
Double? Oh, it didn't suck. It was just hard.
Yes.
It was.
Battletoads too.
I'm about to say it was almost
Battletoads
as
was tough.
hard as
Battletoads
Battletoads. Battletoads was hard.
Battletoads was tough. Yeah.
Battletoads was terrible. And then
I
there
think I
was.
still have it somewhere in my garage.
You know what was really hard? Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
No, the Lion King. Trying to get past the
Nah.
I
fucking
never played
monkeys.
that. I
Lion
remember,
King was easy. I beat the shit out of that game.
You beat the monkeys?
Yeah, I beat that game multiple times.
Yeah, I remember Chippendales. And there was another good one,
Yeah, because
the DuckTales one.
The
That was a good
DuckTales.
game.
That
game was
game
fun.
was awesome.
DuckTales was on.
I
okay,
actually have that on
They have it on
Steam.
PS3.
I have it on-
DuckTales.
I have it on Steam.
Yeah.
is on.
I think
you're
so.
Scrooge McDuck and you jump around with your king on
Yeah,
the Beagle
yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was an NES game, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
originally.
They have it on PS3 now.
Oh,
Or they did years ago.
they probably still have it. Oh no, yeah, I have that. It's like it was a dual game. It was
it's hella
that
fun.
and Chip. Was it Chippendales Rescue Rangers and DuckTales or Scrooge McDuck or whatever?
I think you bought them. They come on the same
Yeah,
cartridge.
there was something that came because it was on sale for like $5.
Yeah,
And I
'cause
was
they,
like,
could, they could put 2 games on one cartridge back in the day.
maybe.
You can get Castlevania 1 and 2 on the one cartridge.
Where's our fact checker?
There was
at?
another one. It was
Pain in the ass.
it was a pain in the ass, but you kept coming back for more.
I still play it.
Yeah.
That and Uncle.
You never play Castlevania?
You ever
I
play
did
Uncle,
play
you ever play
Castlevania.
Uncle Fester's Adventure? That was a pain in the
I
ass
played it.
game.
I didn't get very far in it. It's one of those ones where I started and I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. I was also like 8. So not that good, I guess. I wish we had like a list of like NES games to just go through.
I'm sure it's there.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta look. You got the world at your fingertips, Robbie. There you go. Click, 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 click.
See here, Mega Man, Super Mario Bros. 3.
Mega Man was fun. Like
Mega
there
Man
was a
wasn't
lot
hard.
of the versions of Mega Man that was fun too. Like Mega Man 10 was like I think one of the best.
Mega Man 10. Oh, Mega Man X.
Mega Man X10, yeah, basically, yeah.
Yes, that game was phenomenal. That was on
I can't remember what it was on, but it was a fucking good game.
SNES, I think. Maybe. I played it on computer. That was like my that was my 4th computer game I ever owned. I remember I had a first game I ever bought was Simcopter. Then I think I bought MechWarrior 3. Then I bought I don't remember Command and Conquer. Then I got that game, and then I got Ultima Online, and that took up all my time as a youth. That was the greatest MMO ever. Let's see
I
what
don't know. I played video games for a while. Then I was more interested in women.
women.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
No, women, Joe.
No, I,
I was. I mean, yeah, I was a kid when that game was popular. We were both kids.
Excite
that's what I'm
Bike.
saying.
Excite Bike's the best game ever. I put most time into SNES Excite Bike.
Didn't really like it.
You could create your own fucking
Track.
tracks.
I spent hours making my own
Hours
track.
making my own track.
Didn't like
And then they made a Excite Bike N64, and it sucked balls.
It was horrible. Paperboy was fun. The
Paperboy
original.
was fun. That shit was fun. Kirby's
I used to like
Adventure.
trying to break every windshield in window I possibly could in that game.
TMNT.
That was
Teenage Ninja Turtles 91.
Contra.
Contra. I was
like
never
that.
that good at Contra.
Contra was okay. Contra 3, or was it 3 or 4?
Metroid.
Was the
Tetris.
best.
They were all hard.
Turtles 4 was a good game too.
Turtles 4. Wasn't that on
That was
SNES?
the where they travel through time.
Yeah.
Oh, Turtles
Yeah.
in Time was on
Yeah.
SNES.
Yeah.
Turtles
ruled.
in Time. They have a new Turtles out. I played it with my kid.
Is it good?
It was. We actually beat it. Like
Really?
it's
I
like
mean,
old school style Turtles.
Like me and a buddy, we had it perfected. Like we could beat Turtles in Time in probably like 26 minutes. Playing on 2-player, and we just mowed through it.
Remember when they released games and they actually worked?
Yeah. That was the great thing. You didn't just sit there and wait for a download. Oh, you got to update this shit. No, you just fucking plug that bitch in, turn it on. He goes, bing.
Yeah, they just worked.
Your childhood was awesome.
Until the cartridge wouldn't stay down, you had to stick another game in there to hold it down, or a piece of cardboard.
I was about to say I did the piece of cardboard.
I never had that problem.
Really?
Yeah, my spring broke on one of my SNESs. Like forever ago.
It wouldn't stay down. You used to slide something in there.
Yeah, I had a little triangle piece of cardboard with a piece of tape on it, and I'd just go push it in, and
The SNES?
Yeah, the original
the NES.
NES.
I say
NES. Oh,
SNES?
yeah, you said SNES. I was like,
Oh,
usually it was you forced it in and there was the spring to bring it back up.
yeah, the NES and NES. SNES was just you just stuck it in and
You
pulled
just
it out.
just pressed it in, yeah. Then you had the little eject button. And it
Eject
just went
button,
and
yeah.
just popped it up a little bit.
Who
Yeah, that
here
was good.
played a Sega Master System? Not Sega Genesis, the first one.
I played it. I never owned one. I heard it. I had a Sega Genesis, but my neighbor had the Master System, and that's what got me into it. He had a Ultra Beast.
Yep.
Ultra Beast, yeah. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
So the games came with the cartridge. And this thing came out before Nintendo, but it had the cartridge that went in. Then you had the little one that was like a memory card that would go into it, and it was a game.
That shit's nuts.
Do you remember? Did you guys ever play? I had one at one point. I wish I kept it. A Virtual Boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You played those?
Yeah.
Because I've never met many people that ever
Yeah.
even saw one.
My
He it had the feet, and you had to like lean in on it. You were always fucking arched over your table.
I think it was Matthew Perry from my scout troop. He
The guy was dead.
The actor.
no. This guy, he did not become the actor. I'll tell you that right now. No. I just remember his name, but I remember him specifically because whenever I went to his house, he had a basement because we don't have basements here. But he had a TV with a full wall of movies sectioned off. So there was like the Disney section, everything else, and then he had like his other side where it was all video game systems, and he had like one of those Virtual Boys, and you just stuck your face in it.
Yeah.
And it was so. It kind of was dumb back
It
then.
was dumb, yeah. It was dumb, but like it was the new thing. So you
Yeah,
had
they're
to
like
have it.
VR,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, I guess. Not
It
really.
was red and it hurt your eyes.
It did. It was very red. It was like sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a terrible system. I opted for I think because that was the same year. Not the same year, but around the same time. Game Gear. Sega Game
You'd
Gear.
have to look that up. I honestly don't know what year Virtual
Virtual
Boy
Boy
came out.
Do you guys remember on the original Nintendo, the giant mat you would have to like run on to play like the Olympic Games?
I remember that, yeah. I always thought that any kid who had the fucking joystick,
The glove.
yeah, not the Power Glove, but you remember how you could like for the SNES,
The
you
big
could get
one.
the joystick
Yes.
and the pad like this, like it was an actual arcade game. I thought kids were rich if they had one of those.
Yeah, those things were like $100 for that stupid thing.
Yeah,
1995 it came out.
95?
Just throwing it out there.
I had the Power Glove.
I remember those.
And the Game Gear came out
Because then I remember there was also
in
for Super Nintendo, there was an online version.
91.
You could play online, so it was sort of like the Game Genie. You plugged it into your Nintendo, you put your game in it, and then you had to plug your phone line into it.
What are you
And
talking about?
Yeah, it was you could play Super Nintendo online.
You
But it
could
was
play the
through, like,
original.
dial-up.
In Japan, you could play the original Nintendo online.
Yeah, so it's like you remember the Game Genies for Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You put the game on top and you put the Game Genie in.
It'd give you all the cheat codes.
Yeah, it would give you all the cheat codes. But this thing, it didn't give you cheat codes. It was just an adapter, and you plug your phone line into it, and you could play online with other people. Now I was a loser, and I never knew anybody else who had one. So I plug it in, and it was just me by myself.
That was the Game Boys. They had that cord that you could connect into each other and you could play
Yeah, I
games
remember that.
together.
The link cable?
Well, you were
Yeah, the
this
link
close
cable.
to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the cable
'Cause the
was
cord
only
was like
like
this.
That
yeah.
long. Do you know that the original Game Boy had a sewing machine kit to it?
It had a lot of different.
Yeah,
Like
in
you
Japan,
could literally put on patents and then you could print it out and it would come out and sew it into a fabric.
I
Yeah.
had one of those fucking gargantuan things where you slid it on there, and it had the magnifying glass and the extra speakers on it, and it always
Yeah.
looked like shit.
And
It
the
sounded like
batteries
shit.
lasted like 10 minutes.
Oh god, my parents hated that. I need more double A's. What for? Game Boy died. Oh my god. You're gonna have to spend your allowance on that.
I
Fuck
know.
that. I'm stealing from a remote.
Could you imagine like doing that now, having to buy batteries for something? I'd be like, bro, buy the rechargeable version. What's wrong
Yeah.
with you?
That's the first thing I did when I got an Xbox. I fucking bought one of those rechargeable batteries.
Oh yeah,
and
that's the same
slapped it
thing.
right
man.
on there. I was like, nope, I'm not dealing with batteries.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it nowadays. You can't recharge anything. I mean, batteries are fairly cheap. You can get like 50 for like $10.
Well, yeah, because they're becoming more and more
Obsolete.
useless. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the Amazon has batteries that you can plug a USB-C cable into and recharge them directly?
Yeah, I saw those.
I never. Yeah, I didn't see that.
The reviews were terrible, but I'm like, man, I should
Because
really
they
buy
probably catch fire really easily.
none of them said anything about catching fire. They just said, I charged it 3-4 times and it just doesn't work anymore. And I'm like, well, that's what sounds about right.
Yeah. Sounds like an Amazon product.
It's fucking Amazon product.
Is it an Amazon Basics product or is it some company from China?
Oh, no. There's no Amazon Basic. Actually, maybe there is Amazon Basic versions. I don't know. What are you typing?
What are you typing?
I want to know if there's
He's on
Amazon
Amazon.
Basic.
Amazon.
Basic
With
batteries.
USB-C with USB.
If it didn't autofill after all that, then
No,
it
it
doesn't
did.
exist.
It did. But it said batteries, and I'm like, wait, I need specifically the ones with the USB in them. No, it's the EBL company, which is pretty much where I bought all my batteries from. I think. Yeah, all my batteries are that brand. I don't know. They're always the top, so they must pay a lot of money to be sponsored. RPick, yeah, they're fucking RPick.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Yeah, there's no Amazon Basics version, so whatever. All right, back to video gaming. I'm liking this topic.
Game Gear. Not Game Gear. What was
Game Gear came out in 90, and then
What was
Was
the
it 90
Sega
that it
the
came out?
Dreamcast?
91 Dreamcast. I had a Dreamcast, so I
You had
remember going to
the little memory card you take out. You could play the little game on it.
Yeah, I kind of made the wrong decision when I bought that because my dad took me for my birthday to get a system, and there was a PlayStation 2, and there was a Dreamcast. And I was kind of a Sega guy, so I'm like, fucking Dreamcast.
Then it stopped making video games.
Yeah, in retrospect. But you know what? That was actually it was probably the best decision I made because at the time, I don't know if you guys ever did like the servers or the downloading of illegal games.
No.
You could on that because you can connect that to online.
Huh? No, you could. So here's the best part about Dreamcast. If you went on AOL before AOL shut down all these, so AOL for those who don't know, America Online. If you're
Old
too
school
young,
90s.
they had a chat. They had chat rooms. They were called AOL chat rooms. Okay, and in these chat rooms, there was a feature called servers, and you could go into the server, and people would take files, break it into the internet sucked back then. You couldn't. It would take days to download a big file, so they'd break it into like 200 megabytes or 100 megabyte files, and you could download the files, the little zips, or they were RAR files because it was WinRAR, and then you would recombine it, and it would be the game. So you would take the game, Dreamcast game, get the ISO, put it in this I don't even remember what it was called, but this one software which would it was a bootloader software, so it put a bootloader on it, and then you burn it to a CD because that's what we did back then. We burned shit to CDs.
Yup.
And then you could just stick it in your Dreamcast and play the game.
Dreamcast was the only one that would do that too.
And I had
The PlayStation wouldn't do it.
PlayStation wouldn't do it. You could. It was really hard though. But I had a book like this thick. I had every single Dreamcast game.
Twisted Metal was the only one I was ever able to get work on the PlayStation after you burn it.
It was the black. Yeah, it was the black disc. Fuck shit up. That was their security.
Yeah.
Was the black disc their special security? Good old days. Now everything's just fucking. Even if you buy a disc, you still download the goddamn game.
Yeah, it still takes up 250 megabytes.
Yeah.
Or gigabytes, not even megabytes.
Yeah, I'm about to
gigabytes.
say games are gigs now.
Goddamn fucking the hell's the goddamn shooting game? I can't even think of the name of it right
Modern Warfare.
now. Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
You get the game and you download it. 290 gigabytes.
Yeah,
And
you-
it's like, oh, update. Another 50 gigabytes. You're like, dude, what the fuck?
You know
That's
what?
like my whole hard drive.
You know why they do that?
Yeah, because you can't play any of the games because it takes up your entire fucking memory.
Yeah. I don't play that game. That game's stupid.
Yeah.
You hear that, Activision? Your game fucking sucks and you fucked it up. No one will ever watch this from Activision.
No.
so I said. You fucked up a perfectly good game for money. Actually, every single studio fucks up perfectly good games for money.
Yeah, they kind of stiff on storylines just for extra products.
Yeah, they need those little kids to be playing their mama's credit cards, mama and papa's credit cards, be buying skins. It's all about the skins, baby.
Did you ever play Jaguar 64?
Yes. Yes, I did.
One of my favorite games is on that freaking system.
Didn't. I think one of my cousins or something had it. All I remember is playing some game that was like Mortal Kombat, but it sucked.
It's about right. The only
There
game
was,
that
there was a
they
lot of
actually
games
made-
that were like Mortal Kombat.
No,
That
but it was
sucked. Like,
specifically only
Are You
on
Tough
Jaguar.
Enough, Punk? Like that one sucked.
Claymation. You ever
Claymation.
Claymation.
That game was
That
great.
it was actually kind of fun.
Wait,
It
Claymation.
was
a nice
if you
break.
actually look for that game now, that game will cost you about $100,000.
Yeah, that game was actually kind of fun. Like if you wanted a break from Mortal Kombat,
Claymation
that
was
game,
fun.
yeah.
Yes.
Wait, was it Claymation or Clay Fighters?
Clay Fighters.
something like
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say Clay Fighters was legit. They need to bring that shit back. There's like 3 fighting games I wish they would bring back. Bring
black, blah, 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 blah.
bring black, make black. Clay Fighters, Rival Schools, great game. It was only on
I
Sega.
don't think I've ever played it.
Sega.
Were you guys
Dreamcast.
like? Was there a division in your school, like the Nintendo dweebs over here and the Sega dorks over here, and you always
Which-
made fun of each other?
Which grade?
I don't know. I was in school in the '80s, man. That was a long time ago.
Nah, there was really no division. There was just poor and not poor.
Oh, okay. So the poor was Nintendo. I was over there, and the not poor was over here with Sega.
Yeah, I had.
Because
A,
everything was
I think Sega was cheaper than the Nintendo.
it was not. Nintendo was like $9.99. Sega was like,
$130, I think.
oh, it's like 200.
No, I think
it
it was. I think it was like
'Cause I
130.
think when I got
Because it was
I got a-
16-bit, so that was their big push. They're like, oh, 16-bit.
Because when I got the Super Nintendo for my birthday, my parents were like, we were going to get you a Sega, but it was too much. And so that's how I just kind of fell in line with Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then everybody was like, oh man, your Mortal Kombat sucks. It doesn't have blood or nothing.
Wait,
No,
in what,
you,
Sega?
You could have put the
No,
code in.
Nintendo.
For
Oh, yeah,
the
Nintendo,
Nintendo. There was
didn't
a
have
code you had to put in.
Yeah, there was codes and everything. And I found all those codes and everything.
Or you could use a
I
Game
still
Genie.
remember a lot of them. Yeah, the Game Genie codes on Mortal Kombat sucked. They weren't that great.
What was the third fighting game? You gave us 2.
Oh,
You said there was 3 that they need to bring back, and you only gave us 2.
shit. I can't remember now. We moved on to something else. I
You,
will
you
continue.
left a thought unfinished again, Robbie.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Remember, this is the whole point of the thing, to help me get past that issue.
Okay. Clay Fighters. I mean, they could stop right there,
Back-
honestly.
School fighting, whatever the heck the other one was.
Eternal Champions.
That one wasn't bad.
That game was amazing. Because they had Eternal
think I
Champions.
ever
So it was
played it.
Eternal Champions and Killer Instinct came out around the same time. And obviously Killer Instinct won because it's still around. But that game was so good. The characters were great. The fighting was great. I think it was only on Sega, though.
Yeah, that's why.
That's
I never
probably why I
played it.
killed it.
Clay Fighters definitely needs to come back, though.
It really wouldn't be Clay Fighters anymore, though. It would be computer-generated fighters. Because the thing about Clay
They
Fighters,
did use clay.
they literally, everything was stop-motion clay made. You know, they could bring that game back, and all the hipsters would be like, oh, this is so retro, bro. Dude, oh, there's no computer generation in any of this, man.
Yeah, they would. And that would be you. That would be you.
No, I would.
It would-
I would love it because I love the original game.
Robbie, you're a hipster.
The fuck I am.
How is he not?
How do you figure I'm a hipster?
No.
You like IPAs. You're a craft beer guy. I've seen you wear skinny jeans. I mean, if you could have a man bun, you would.
He needs to have one of those ridiculous
wait,
mustaches.
You
though.
do know that IPAs are my most hated type of beer. I can't stand hops. It makes me throw up.
But you still go to all those beer festivals. And
Yeah, and I skip. Yeah, I taste it, but I never buy it. I just skip over it. I'm like, oh, this tastes fine.
I would say it to their face. Be like, oh, this tastes like shit.
Yeah, I can't stand IPAs. That's Angie. She knows. She loves IPAs. I can't stand that shit. I like reds, anything dark and red, and blondes. Some blondes, most blondes. But definitely reds, ambers, any ambers. Oh, ambers are fucking delicious.
Yeah.
Duh, you haven't tried any. Useless.
When you're raised on cheap yellow beer, that's kind of where your palate stops.
Piss?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Old
Pabst.
Milwaukee's best. The Beast.
The Beast. They don't have the Beast out here.
Natty
I think
Ice.
they do.
I've never seen it. That and Natty Ice. I've never seen either of those out here. Maybe
Natty
they
Ice
are.
is still out there.
No,
you
but
can
I
find
mean
Natty
here.
Ice at
Oh,
Smith's.
here? I think you can find it.
They have it at Smith's.
These are 3 beers I've never. Well, I'm sure they're maybe here, but I know Yingling's not here.
No, Yuengling's not here because that's a great beer.
That's a great beer,
Yeah.
and that's only like Midwest and East.
The only one I ever had was I was at my buddy's house back in Nebraska, and he's like, "You want a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "I'm sorry, man, it's not refrigerated, but it's my last Yingling." And I was like, "Okay, thanks. I appreciate you giving me the last one." And even warm, that thing was still good.
Oh, Yingling's such a good beer.
It was so
it's
good.
It's an amber beer.
Yeah,
So you love ambers.
I love that one. Not all of them.
It's one of the better ambers.
It's okay. It's one of the better ambers, but I wouldn't say that. It's like
So in the comments,
here's ambers, and here's
wait,
Yuengling up like up here.
yeah, watch it. So in the comments, tell us your favorite beer. If anyone
Is there a
wants.
cricket chirping
Yeah.
noise? Because that's what the comments are going to be.
You know, I really should put some sound effects in this
You
stupid
should.
pad. Nah, next time. Write down a list of sound effects you want on, and then I will put them in.
How many spaces that thing got
8.
On this single pad or total?
total?
Well, what's 8 times 9?
It's a lot.
72.
Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, you could only use the first 3 are taken with
Oh,
other
okay.
stuff.
So 69.
Good number.
Nice.
Ah, good times. So we've gone Sega Saturn.
Yeah, I like.
Wait, so I got a Sega Saturn, and then I got a Dreamcast. Sega Saturn was great. My best memories were playing Sega Saturn, playing Virtual Cop.
Sega CD.
I never had a Sega CD. I really wanted one, but
Wasn't that the attachment?
Yeah.
Like it was a separate attachment
Yeah,
to your
the-
Sega?
yeah,
remember
for your
that.
Sega, and then you could play Sonic CD, and literally that's the only game I know that they had. I'm
It
sure they
didn't
had
do
other-
well, did it?
No,
The
they
Sega
had
CD.
like 2 games.
Yeah.
Maybe they had more. I don't know.
I don't. Again, at a certain point, I stopped caring about video games and was more interested in seeing naked chicks.
You and your boobs.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't act like you don't like titties.
so our age difference makes it so when I was playing that,
I'm
you were.
2 years older than you.
No, you're not. You're 3 years older
I'm
than me.
43. You're 41. Unless my math escapes me.
You're 2 years and something. So we're gonna round it up. So you're 3 years older.
That's not a huge. That's not like a generational difference. Okay, it's not like
No.
we're talking about cranking up a fucking car in the 1920s to owning a Lambo. It's 3 years is nothing.
It might as
You
well
still remember part of the 80s, don't you?
be. No.
I bet you do. I bet some of your memories are from like 88, 89.
Yeah, my memories are different though. I grew up in the South. Like I grew up in the deep South in the 80s. So
Yeah. So, but you still remember.
yeah, but it was
may not be-
like
He was allowed to go outside, so he didn't play video games.
there. I didn't own
But
video
you
games.
still remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's the
didn't.
point I'm trying to make is you still remember it.
Yeah, but it was.
Okay, there you go.
It's different. Like when I say deep South, I mean my nearest neighbor was 20 miles away.
Am I not explaining this correctly?
You are, but it's not. Consider me a 90s kid then.
Well, then I could be a 90s kid too.
No, you had stuff to do in the 80s. You had systems and stuff. You knew, like literally, when I grew up, I might as well have been in 1969. Because when I moved in with my mom, then it became like, oh
you were,
shit,
you
there's
were
a whole.
what, 5 in '88. So you're really not playing many video game
No,
systems.
and I didn't leave Mississippi until I was like 1990. So once I left, then I was like, holy shit, the world's amazing. But before then, I'm like farm animals.
So you
and-
were like 7. So at least around 7, you can somewhat especially those video games, you can actually
Nah,
somewhat
like-
play those.
It was more like because Super Nintendo didn't come out till the 90s, like 90 or 91. Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo came out, early 90s.
well,
It was like
Sega
90,
came out in
91.
19 something.
90.
90?
Yeah, I think.
Sega Genesis came out in 90.
1989.
For what?
1990.
Yeah, see, like
It costs $337, which is equivalent to $732 right now.
What did?
The Sega.
Really?
When it came out in 1990, which coincidentally is how much the PS5 Pro cost.
Yeah, that thing is stupid. They take away the CD. They just give you a bigger memory and a faster RAM.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather just buy the extra fast RAM and just install it myself, and
It's soldered in.
I can figure it out.
Good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. Is that me?
Yes, that is you.
It's not me. I'm not that popular or well.
I'm not popular either, but it's football season, so then football, the fantasy things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, AJ Brown.
And fuck you, Cowboys.
You don't even have the Cowboys.
No, I know. I just say it. Fuck the Cowboys. I hate them.
Well, yeah, you're an Eagles fan. That's by default.
Fucking. I slow down what I say because we play them next week.
Mm.
We play the Saints next week.
You play the Saints? Saints are on a tear, man.
Yeah, they're on a tear.
Yeah, Derek Carr doesn't
He
suck.
actually got people he can connect with because he was hot garbage with the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders are just hot garbage.
Oh,
They're my hometown team because I live here, but they're garbage because not only because they make bad decisions. Like every decision makes no fucking sense. Like none. Like why did we not draft a quarterback this year? Like why? I just don't understand it. Draft anybody.
well, they had Garner. What would they need a QB for?
Yo, I like me some Gardner Minshew. I like me some Jockstrap, but fuck, he is not that good.
He is hot garbage.
He is a solid backup.
Didn't they have Garoppolo too last year?
I have no clue where Garoppolo was. I know he played like one game,
I know,
and then they were
San
like,
Francisco got rid of him. I think he came to Vegas,
Oh,
and the Vegas
yeah.
is like, "You want him back?" And Niners were like, "Nope."
Yeah, he's suspended right now for I think PEDs, allegedly. I don't know. Maybe I have to.
He was
say
taking
that.
PEDs and he still sucked. Jesus Christ!
He's not
What
a
a
very.
waste.
He's not a very good quarterback. I don't know why people think he's good.
Who thinks he's good? I've never heard anybody think he's good
Everybody thinks he's good. Why do you think he keeps getting contracts?
because people are stupid.
Because they think he's good.
They're wrong. Then they're stupid.
Yes, this is the problem. Now you see what my issue is with the Raiders. They
Other
could,
than just general shittiness.
yeah, they could just pick up some high school kid and probably do much better.
Man, probably.
I should throw out there. Yeah, I could probably do better now.
No, I can't. No,
Maybe 15 years ago I probably could.
no.
When I was still in shape and I could actually like do things and I was fast. But now, no. I was fast, man.
I know.
Right now.
Grace Leland. That was a great one.
Oh my
That
god,
was funny. That was hilarious.
Yep.
Smoked him.
smoked him. And
He's
I
like,
was
"Oh, this is
even,
bullshit. He always had an excuse.
bro. I had 4.4 speed back in the day, which was fast for my time. Now it's slow. Now I'm like, I would have been slow back then, which is insane because 4.4 was like blazing fast back in the day.
Okay. Well, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying. I thought that race was hilarious.
Didn't he fall?
No, he didn't fall, but he fell way behind.
I thought he fell.
He had shoes on and you had boots, I think. Like, I think you ran him with boots on.
I did because I didn't have any sneakers
Yeah, he brought in sneakers and he's like
just for that race.
stretching out.
Who has that video? Don't you have it?
No.
Not me. I don't think so.
Someone
watching
recorded
it.
it.
I thought it was
forget who
hilarious.
recorded it.
Todd, maybe?
Todd might have it.
We need to get with Todd. We need to get him on the show.
I can ask him.
I'll send him a message after this. Be like, hey, what are you doing on Sunday?
It's football. He ain't going to leave his house. He's home with his wife.
He'll leave his house. We'll make him.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, he'll give us one weekend.
Hey, he's a guy who's got his routine and he's set in it, and that's the way he likes it.
Yeah.
Good for him. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Oh, well, maybe one day. One day. Maybe we'll change it to like a Saturday. Nope, football's on Saturday for me, so.
It is what it is. We'll get somebody else on here.
Yeah, one day.
we're running out of friends.
Yeah.
We literally listed 2 names and then we're out.
Yeah. I said that years ago. I'm like, man, I need new friends. Or some more
The
friends.
circle gets smaller and smaller every year.
Start to wonder if it's me sometimes. Like,
Nah, we're just peas in a pod. What else was there out there? We still on the video game thing, or are we moving on to something else?
I don't know, you still on the video games?
We passed.
I think You barely touched on PlayStation 2 and just never continued down the line of progression.
What was the comment on PlayStation 2?
Was I think like when it came out or something?
PlayStation. Oh, okay. So I said I made the wrong decision and chose
Yeah, that's
Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and then I wish I would have just chose a PlayStation, PS2, because essentially that's what I played. I went over to my neighbor's house and that's all I did was play those two systems.
It had more games, and they were definitely funner games to play.
Mm-hmm. PlayStation was solid because PlayStation you could copy games. You just had to do the disc switch.
Yes.
So you had a boot disc and you stick the boot disc in, start it up, and then once it read that, you would just switch your game in and then it would play. It was annoying as hell, but it worked. You could play all those games and download them from BitTorrent servers or AOL servers.
The original Grand Theft Auto on the motorcycle.
Ugh. That was
That
crazy.
overhead view.
Remember when GTA 2 came out or 3?
Three.
GTA 3, and like it was like anarchy. Parents were going crazy. It was gonna corrupt kids. They were gonna be murdering sprees. I'm sure some of that was true, but not in my town.
I mean,
No.
when you can smack a hooker in the face with a bat, yeah,
Oh yeah,
it kind of gives you a little
Then get in
like,
the car and run her over after.
yeah,
that's a good game right there. It's a good game right
wholesome family.
there. Family, yeah, they have a. I didn't play the new GTA. I mean, I know it's been around for 10 years because
What, 5?
GTA 5, yeah.
Yeah, 5. I have.
Is that the last one they
downloaded.
made?
Yeah, they hit the secret sauce. They hit the perfect formula, and
They
everyone
kinda
got
just
addicted
tweak
to
it.
the online.
Yeah, they tweak it every couple of years.
Yeah, so they released the game, then they released the online, and everyone pretty much Fortnite at the online. It was Fortnite before Fortnite was big, and now they were like, well, we're never gonna make another game because.
Well, 6 is
Money.
coming out next
Yeah.
year, but like
But really, did they need to make a 6? They could have just kept.
They really
updating-
didn't need to make it. Say people were clamoring for it, and like this has all the potential to suck. Like it could suck or be the greatest game ever,
I mean, the game could be garbage as long as the online's good. That's all people care about.
and then they'll never make another game again.
Then it'll be another 10 years.
I thought it was longer than 10 years.
Oh, I think it came out in 2003.
That seems to be the
Then that's 20 years.
running
Or
time frame for
2013,
games nowadays.
Okay.
Huh?
That seems to be the running frame for games because look at Elder Scrolls.
September 17th, 2013.
When was the last time they made another Elder Scrolls? Because they did Skyrim. That was what?
1-1-1-1-1-1. 11-11-11. Oh no, 11-11-11.
That's when Skyrim came out.
Yeah, because that was the big thing. They're like, we're releasing on 11-11-11. And they haven't released one since. They released Skyfield.
And it tanked.
Yeah, that shit sucks. You know what? I only got an hour into it and I couldn't get past this part, and I just turned it off and never turned it on again. I'm like, why is this so difficult? It was like no instructions. It's just like find this rock. And I'm sure there was some instructions or something, but I was just like, I'm already not about the whole space cowboy shit, so I'm like, this is stupid. Give me some goddamn dragon.
They came out with another Elder Scrolls, I think, in like 2 years.
More probably like 2-3 years they'll finish it. Elder Scrolls 6. Maybe. We'll see how Todd does. Todd Howard. They should really. You know what game is good? They should that I never finished was Red Dead Redemption 2. Should get back in there with horse nuts and whatnot. Remember that was like the big thing? They're like, our physics are so great. Look at these horse testicles.
Oh, I thought that was your character's name, Horse Nuts. You're like, I gotta get back in there with Horse Nuts, and I was like, oh, it's his beloved horse.
No, I'm not one of those guys that have crazy names. I'm pretty.
Why not? I would have.
Yes, your
Yes, you
character
definitely
names
would have, yes.
would be all types of crazy. I can't.
I'm gonna steal Horse Nuts. Somewhere down the line, there's
Horse
gonna be a
Nuts?
Horse Nuts.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Okay, so GT5. Yeah, so that's why they didn't make any more games. All right, we're done with that one. Those guys got something else for GTA 5.
No. I mean, I have it now. I'd never played it. I have it. I just never played it.
Yeah, I bought it when I bought it on Xbox One, and then they had this deal where if you traded it in on within a year, you can get it on Xbox Series X for free. And I never traded it in. So I have this Xbox version and I just never played it.
I think I went, like, me and my wife went on a game spree during COVID. I just bought a shitload
You're
of games.
one of those.
Yeah, we just downloaded a bunch of games. And just, I never... What?
A millennial. That's something a millennial would do
Download a bunch of games?
during COVID.
Like you? What else was I supposed to do?
Oh, no, I already
What else
have
was
a bunch of
anybody
games.
else supposed to do? You can only play with your nuts so much before you're bored and you just want to do something else.
You can only build so many toilet paper
Yeah.
forts. You're gonna get bored.
Well, I wasn't that lucky. I worked all COVID.
Well, so did I, but there was nothing else to do afterwards.
I just
Like,
worked a
there was
shitload of overtime.
Weekends were very boring.
No social. Like, you couldn't do nothing.
I feel like I did stuff during COVID.
We did a lot of hiking.
I did a bunch of mountain biking, though. I remember that shit. I was mountain biking all the time.
Should do that again.
My heart can't take it. Nah, I probably could. I need someone to go with.
Call up Dylan.
Yeah.
I know he still does.
He's a mountain goat. I'm not about that life. He gets on the trail. He's just like up hills, and I'm like,
Because he's been doing it since we started.
Yeah, he never gave up.
He never gave up.
yeah. He does like all types of races, and he's actually really, really good. I'm not about that. I need an electric bike, so maybe I'll trade mine in and get an e-bike.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
My father-in-law bought one, and he rode it over to the house, and he's like, try it out. And that thing went faster than I thought it would.
No, they're quick.
Yeah.
I don't have the lung capacity to.
That's the thing. You don't really need it. You pedal lightly, and it just goes zoom and takes you off down the road.
Well, I don't need the.
I'd be afraid to take that down a mountain bike trail, though.
Well, you just turn it off. Turn off the motor.
Yeah, but they don't have the shock suspension.
Yeah, they do.
They don't have full suspension.
Yeah, they do.
Do they really?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much a mountain bike with a motor. Like it's
Like a dirt bike?
It weighs like another like 5 pounds, or 10 pounds, 5 pounds. I don't know. I don't carry my bike up hills anyway. Well, yeah, we do. Oh, you didn't really ride all that much after you. You kind of quit.
Back problems. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I about to say your back gave out, and then you almost died that one time, 2
Because
times.
you crashed in front of me.
Yeah, but the second time I didn't do shit. You just fell.
No, I hit the soft sand in the turn.
Was I in front of you or
You
behind you?
behind me.
I just know I saw you just disappear over a hump, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's dead.
Yeah, that soft sand, the front tire just went.
That's hilarious.
That was on Mount Charleston, too.
It was. Can you even ride Mount Charleston right now?
No, it's all closed down.
I know you can go to the mountain bike, the ski resort and mountain bike down.
Yeah, they'll take you down that. But, like, the other trails just shut down.
Oh, that sucks.
It got washed out.
That's probably the best riding. Just fall into a ravine.
That was a fun trail, though.
Those trails are fun as hell, as long as you got to ride to the top. What else we got?
I don't know. What else you got?
I don't know. Aliens.
Yeah, what about this is aliens? What's up with that?
That's supposed to be a whole topic for
That
another
won't-
time.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause
see one?
No,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, you were in the military. What do you know? Huh? What do you know?
About
Joe, what
aliens?
do you know? Joe.
Whoa, what's up with that
Absolutely
weird
no.
smile? Why are you
You know.
turning red? What the fuck
Joe,
is
what do you
happening
I
know?
right
know
now?
nothing about
Joe.
aliens. What?
This is a congressional hearing. What do you know?
Absolute shit
Uh-huh.
about aliens.
He knows something.
No, I really don't.
Bro, you look like a cherry.
He says he was in Afghanistan, but I think he was somewhere else, and Afghanistan was a cover. Where were you?
Hey, I tried to get onto security for Area 51.
And you got it. So what
No,
happened?
I got denied because someone in my family is a fucking felon.
He's lying.
That's
He
how much
knows.
detail they go into searching in your family.
He knows something.
He does know something.
Where the
I
body's
really
at,
don't.
Joe?
I can tell you one thing that
Where
I
the
do know
body's
that the
Where the body's at?
body's at.
Where the body's at?
I can tell you one thing that the government does.
What were you gonna say?
I said the government actually has a zombie continuance plan,
Oh yeah, I've known that. Yeah,
which is crazy.
I think it's on like a website.
It
Like
is
people,
now, yeah, now it's-
when
now
like
it's
when
public
somebody
knowledge.
found it, they all freaked out. They're like, "What's the government planning?" I
Yeah.
was like, "They're planning some
How
shit."
do they have a zombie plan, but not a COVID plan.
I don't know.
Seemed to be more likely
Well,
for
you know,
us to get some mass disease
They had it
versus
since like
zombies.
the early 2000s.
So when all the zombie movies came out, makes sense.
Yes.
And then that trend died.
Yeah, we had all the
It was
zombie
vampires, and then vampires died out, and then
games, zombies,
zombies, and I don't even know what
hordes
we're
of
at now.
zombies. That was good. What was
Fast
it?
moving zombies.
28 Days.
was a-
Left 4 Dead on Steam by
Left 4
Valve.
Dead, that was a good game. That was another good game.
What else? It was 28 Days, and then
And then
28 Days
28
later, and then what was the other really
That was
big?
28 weeks later, wasn't
28 weeks later, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 28
Land
Days
of the
later
Dead.
was that Sandra Bullock movie where she was an alcoholic.
I thought
or
it was
whatever.
28 days later than 28 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, same movie, different name.
Oh.
Just that's the joke. Like there's two movies with the same name and they're wildly different.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
it? Zombieland. Those were really good.
That was like 2015 ish.
Something like that. I watched it
No.
once and I was like, meh, it's okay.
Way before 2015, because I was still in the military when it came out. It's like 2008.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2009.
I
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like I
Makes
saw
you
that in
old, huh?
theaters.
don't know. I didn't.
I didn't live here in 2009. I didn't live here in 2009.
Nope, I was stationed in Kentucky.
All right.
Mountain biking in Kentucky.
Did you see the second one? I haven't seen the second one.
Nope.
It was pretty good.
Oh. Okay. I might watch it then. If you say it's pretty good.
Pretty house. It's funny as hell. Why would you not watch it?
I don't know. I don't care that much about zombies.
No.
Not my thing.
The fad's passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been a mythical beast
Like-
thing person. You know.
When Walking Dead came out, it was cool. And then you're like, God, season 6?
They dragged
Jesus,
it out
fuck.
way too much.
I gave up on that show. Like,
The first 2 seasons were good, and then after that,
yeah,
they
I
just
I
got dragged
gave up
out.
after third season. I gave up. I was like, I'm done.
Mm.
It was just too long.
I feel like they started taking the zombies out. It was like no longer really
Yeah, it
about
was a soap
zombies.
opera after that.
Yeah.
It was,
What happened to the zombies? I never watched it. I may have
they're
seen
like,
it
oh,
too.
fuck, there's a walker over there. Anyway, are these two fucking? Like,
Basically, yes.
that's basically what it was.
Yeah. It turned into a soap opera.
Oh, they should have moved it to daytime TV. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it is.
Days of Our Lives, I think, is still on TV.
I know a bunch of them shut down, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
But there isn't many left. Or is there still a lot left?
A handful. Not as many as there was in like the 90s.
Well, shit.
Like
in
in
the
the
90s, there
80s.
was literally like 4.
Fucking, there was
5
still
hour
a
block.
shit
There
ton in
was 4 or
2000
5
in
in
the 2000s.
each network. Like,
Yeah,
the
every
3
other
major
day.
networks had like
Yeah.
each like 4 or 5.
General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. I can't remember.
I think that was all one network you just named.
Maybe. Was it daytime soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gone.
No, they're still out there.
No, they're still out there, but like
List.
they're on their way out the
Their
door.
fan base are dying. That's what it is. They're all old.
Okay, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, The Young and the Restless, Beautiful and Bold.
Bold and Beautiful?
The Bold and the Beautiful.
Watch that one.
Okay, the rest of these are all newer ones, like the soap, Doctors. Oh, 14 seasons. So that was off before I was born. But Doctors. Stupid. Melrose Place. Wasn't that a
That was like a
That's a-
drama. It wasn't a
that
soap
wasn't
opera.
that wasn't daytime TV?
No,
it
that
wasn't.
was
Yeah,
that was
daytime TV is-
Melrose
is-
Place is a spin-off of Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
That's an Aaron Spelling show.
I'm really into this right now.
Did you ever watch any of them?
General Hospital, Days of Our Lives. My grandmother watched them.
So did my mom watched Guiding Light, Bold and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and there was one other one. And I was like, if you think those shows are just like stupid fucking shit, they really are. Like, there was one.
As the world turns.
Watch that one too. That was the other one.
acting in those are so bad.
Well, it was like there was I can't remember what soap it was. It was this chick like got killed off, like her character got killed off, but the husband
One
like,
Life to
loved her,
Live.
like made a clone of her. And then throughout the next few months, like the clone grows up, and it was like, this is some horse shit. I was like, Mom, you actually like this shit? Well, this one's kind of weird. And I was like, no, this is fucking stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna give the list of the shit I was watching when my grandmother was watching. So here it is: General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, One Life to Live, All My Children, Days of Our Lives, As the World Turns, Guiding Light, The Bold and the Beautiful, Capital. Oh, that's the last season. So no, I didn't watch that one. Another World, Santa Barbara, Loving, Ryan's Hope. Never heard of that one. Search for Tomorrow. Never heard of that one either.
Never heard that one. Yeah.
That's
Like the big ones are the ones you listed up. Like the
top.
first 10 were like the big ones.
oh, what's still on? This is a past and present list. Now I want to know what's on. What's still on right now? Oh, it is a very small fucking list.
Yeah, there's hardly any left. 3 of them?
The Young and the Restless, The Brave and the Bold and the Beautiful, and General Hospital. All that remains.
Wow. I
As
thought there'd
of
be a couple more, but
2022 and 2024.
Like you said, their fan base is dying off.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives ended in 2022, and it was those 4 since 2014, and then All My Children, One Life to Live, ended in 2014. Damn.
And they were on over there for decades.
Yeah, one of these is like 50th anniversary
Yeah.
season.
It's just shit that just keeps going.
Yeah. It makes stars though. Like there's a bunch of people that got jobs, real jobs afterwards or during or whatever. So,
I mean, yes and no. Like they weren't like, there wasn't a Brad Pitt on there.
Matthew,
Yeah, there was.
Matthew LeBlanc was on one of them.
That wasn't a TV show.
Didn't what's his name come
No,
from it?
He was
that
actually
guy's
on
name?
one of those.
Was he?
Yeah, because they used his actual scenes in Friends.
What's the guy?
Who?
The guy with the white hair, the tequila
George
guy.
Clooney.
George Clooney. Wasn't he? Isn't that where he
General
got
Hospital.
his General Hospital? Wasn't he a doctor on there, and that's where he got to start?
Was it General Hospital or was that like
I don't know.
Chicago Hope or some shit
No,
like that?
it was
No,
General
no.
Hospital from Boston.
Yeah, he was a doctor on. I think that's where he got to start. I'm not
It is.
100% sure. But wow, that's crazy. So where was the big fall off? That's the last thing I want to know.
Sounds like 2015.
Yeah.
No. There's a big list up until
When the big
looks
section of
like-
baby boomers died off.
Oh, the crash.
So 08, 09,
Yeah, 08, 09. Kind of
Yeah.
lost 2 of them.
production shut down and everything.
Because there was about 11 of them for the longest time.
I would think the writer's strike too would have killed off some of them.
Nah, I'm sure they have like hundreds of it. Well, no, that stuff is like ripped from the headlines. Kind of like,
They usually film those episodes like a couple weeks in advance.
yeah.
So like when you watch one on Monday, it was filmed like 2 weeks before.
It's kind of like Law and Order, where it used to be like episodes, and all of a sudden it switched to the rip from the headlines format.
A lot of shows do that now.
Yeah.
I think because South Park started doing that big time, everybody else had to start copying
I
them.
think it was just easier to rip shit from the headlines and actually come up with shit on your own.
Or
Lazy.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say lazy, but I feel like with the invention of TV, there's only so much shit before it all becomes the same.
But there's creative people out there. They can come up with some cool shit.
Yeah, those people never
I'm
get.
not one of them, but I'm just saying.
Those people don't get chances.
They should.
They should, but they don't. You know it's true.
Oh, I know.
That's so funny.
But when it's the same shit over and over, people are going to tune out.
Hey,
Like Star Trek, you can only fight the Klingon so many times.
right. So I know our cast just went some weird direction that it probably shouldn't have, but I thought it was a good conversation. No, you guys weren't digging
I don't care. Like,
the Young and the Restless wasn't tickling your fancy.
I mean, like I said, when I was younger, and there was nothing to do during the summer because like all my friends went to summer camp, and I never did.
You didn't
So I
go to
just-
band camp?
Nope. I go do that shit.
Went to football camp.
I didn't do any
Went
of
to
that.
sleepaway camp.
Nope.
I didn't either.
Remember, there was a difference. It was the poor and the not poor.
Yeah. So I was poor. So parents couldn't afford that. So while all my friends were at camp for a couple of weeks, I just laid around the house watching soap operas with my mom. Yeah.
Sorry.
for summer after summer after summer.
You didn't drink from a hose?
I did that when the kids were around.
See,
But what am I going to do by myself? I'm going to go outside just to get a drink? Oh, fuck out.
baseball season was in the summer in Massachusetts because the rest of the year it was too cold and raining and snowing to play baseball. So summer was baseball season.
I don't remember what jersey was. I just remember I had to play football camp, and then I went and did football practice, then track, and then it was whatever after that.
And in winter, you spent the whole time watching TV, movies, and playing video games because it was too cold to go outside.
Fuck yeah, it was. Snow up to the freaking window and shit. Oh, get the snowblower and blow all the snow, Robbie. That doesn't sound fun.
No, it
Because
wasn't.
we had like a 150-foot driveway and then a circular driveway that was like 150 feet. Actually, it was like 200 feet, both of them. It was a long ass fucking driveway.
Yeah, I had a 300-foot driveway, but at least it was like paved, so it wasn't that bad.
Is you know how many people have heart attacks shoveling snow?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Why do you think I chose not to live in Massachusetts? I don't want to get up 2 hours early every day in the winter to get the fuck out of my driveway.
Yeah, that always sucked.
Yeah.
Didn't we say we would find pictures of our vehicles buried?
No, I think we said we'd show photos of our old homes that we grew up in.
Yeah. I don't have a picture of my car being buried. I never did that. Once I saw it was buried, I turned around and went back in the house. I was like, well,
Well, homes maybe. I don't know. Where are we at?
I probably have a video or a photo of my Jeep being buried.
I definitely have a photo. I definitely have a fucking photo of that shit.
Oh, not on my phone. Like I got like a actual photo.
Well, all my photos back, what was it, from like 2004, I had a digital camera, like, and then I just had them all on the hard drive. And then when Google came out with photos, I just was like, actually, when they said, oh, we're going to start charging, but if you already put all your stuff on there, it is what it is. So I dumped every single photo I ever had onto Google before they started like charging for it. Let me see if I can find that photo. Converse amongst yourselves.
I don't care that much to find a photo. I don't think I ever took a photo of it. You could probably just put a stock photo of a car buried in snow, and that would be pretty accurate.
Oh, then I gotta pay for the stock photo.
It's a stock image. You don't have to pay for shit.
Yeah, you do. Trust.
Do it anyway. Find out what happens.
Do it anyway.
Yeah, just do it anyway.
Just take the chance.
Yeah.
Roll the
Fuck
dice. No?
Yo, you send me a stock photo, I will throw it up. How about that? I think that's fair.
Okay. That sounds like a deal.
Oh, I have a car that ran into a pole.
The worst is when it was like windy and snowing, you get the snowdrift up your door and you couldn't get out your door. You had to like climb out a window.
You would walk down the sidewalk, and you're like, oh, it's only this deep. And then
Okay, I don't
fall
have a
waist
photo.
deep. You're like, oh, well, fuck me.
Yup. Or you step off a curb and you think it's snow and underneath it's just a puddle of slush and ice.
That was the worst.
That is the worst.
That was terrible. Yeah, I
You can
kind of want to
never
go back to
see- you
snow,
can-
but
you can never see the puddles.
oh, that's right. That's right. I've lived here too long. I forgot. Everywhere else in the world has shitloads of fucking potholes.
Potholes. And
Oh,
here's
we
something.
have them here. Go drive down Jones.
Well, yeah.
Not really.
It's not potholes caused by snowplows.
Yeah.
That's usually what causes them is snowplows.
Yeah.
You know
Or
what else
frost
you don't
heaves.
have here?
What's that?
Is a shitload of rust on cars because of all the
Yes.
salt and everything.
Yeah, there's no rust. There's
Yeah.
like,
If you see a car around here with rust,
It came from
that's
like Reno.
rare. Yeah.
It came from like Reno or Utah or something.
Yeah.
one of my
like that.
buddies just sold his car, and the guy, he was telling me, he's like, oh, his first question was, let me see the undercarriage. Send me pictures of the undercarriage. And he's like, what the hell is they need this for? He's like, oh,
Rust damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
most of these cars have a ton of rust. I've been looking for this particular car, and they're all rusted out. And then, he ended up selling it because the guy's like, oh my God, this is immaculate. But it just made me remember that salt and rust is like everywhere else except for here.
Yeah. That was the thing. Like, it would snow. There was salt everywhere. And as soon as it turned like 40 degrees, all the car washes were packed because you were trying to get that salt off your car.
Yeah, the whole side of your car was always caked with
It was like that white ring going around your car, and you're like, I gotta get that shit
That
off
misty
there.
white, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a thin layer of film on your car, like crusty film.
all the trucks had leaf springs that were like rotten. You'd always have to get the bulbs replaced because they would rot out and fall off.
Yeah, I miss that.
I don't.
I
I
don't-
miss
I
snow.
don't miss
I
any
do
part-
miss snow.
Exhaust. You're constantly replacing your exhaust every 2 years.
There'd be a
'cause they
hole in
would
it.
Rot it out.
You never had to replace your exhaust? Oh, shit.
I mean, I didn't really do well.
I mean, I had an old busted ass car that I replaced the exhaust on it quite a few times.
My
Unless
car.
you had the money to buy it in stainless steel model,
Yeah.
it
No,
would rot out.
my car. My first car wasn't from New Jersey. It was from somewhere in the middle of the country. So the people had moved there, sold it, and then I got it. So, and then I cut the exhaust off to put on a really loud exhaust because it was one of those Fast and Furious cars. So it was like, yin, 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 yin.
I had an IROC.
It's an
An
IROC.
89 IROC.
What is that?
Camaro. You don't know what the IROC is?
Not
Kev,
that.
you know what the IROC is,
You
right?
say Camaro, I know what you're talking about. You say IROC, I'm like,
It was like a specific model.
a specific
of the
model, yeah.
was it
Camaro.
5-speed?
Yeah.
Okay, solid.
Yeah, try driving that in the winter.
Let's just go.
What was even worse, I had one of the 1992 Toyota MR2.
Mm-hmm.
The engine is in the back and it's rear wheel drive. So you'd give it the gas and you would just do. It just spin. You couldn't get it to go straight. You had to because it was a 5-speed, so you had to let it off, the clutch off slow so it would start to go. And as soon as you give it the gas, the back end would just go. And you're facing the other direction. You're like, motherfucker.
That was the worst, driving a 5-speed in the snow and the ice.
Yeah,
'Cause
horrible.
when we were on a hill, it was like, oh man, am I gonna slide back?
Yeah,
But
it's not
yeah,
flat.
you
like
always-
it is here. It's really
like-
hilly back east too.
Like if there was a hill and it was a little bit wet, you'd always say like, I don't know what this motherfucker has. You park like this far away from him because as soon as that light went, you see that lurch back. You're like, oh fuck,
Oh, so that's a thing that people don't do anymore.
the lurch
Drive.
back or
No.
or
Drive
park
manuals.
far enough away
Give
from
people
somebody.
No,
because I
they
remember when
don't.
when I was driving, like you were like a car length away from the person in front of you because
Right.
you just didn't. There was 5 speeds everywhere. You just didn't know.
People don't
Now
drive
people are
anymore.
like,
Everything's automatic.
yeah, you look back, I can't even see their bumper. I just see the bottom of their window, and I know they're right up my butt. And I'm like, well, yeah, whatever.
All right, cool.
Try finding something that's a manual now.
It's
Like,
very
you have
hard.
to order it. Like even Camaros and Mustangs, they're hard to find.
Yeah,
You actually pay extra for a manual now.
I can imagine. We were sitting next to a when we left our breakfast this morning. There was
Brunch.
Brunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
It
on.
was brunch.
Okay, we're gonna get in this in a second. That's our next
brunch.
thing. So I looked over and it was a Mustang and it had a 5-speed manual, like it had an actual manual. I had to look closely because some people just slap the knob on top, and I'm like, oh shit, it's an actual manual. That's pretty nice. It was a newer Mustang too. I was like, Okay, so brunch. Breakfast.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of brunch.
And
No.
It's a
lunch.
mixture of breakfast and lunch, Robbie. At
No.
11 o'clock, that is brunch.
No, it is not. Unless it's
It is.
specifically a brunch menu, it's not brunch.
It doesn't. No, brunch is the time of day. It's not the specific. You know, you're looking at it in a kind of a binary way. Like, well, there's the breakfast menu, there's the dinner menu, there's the brunch menu. No. It's the time of day. Most normal people are awake before 9 a.m. on a Sunday. Okay, you realize that, right?
I was awake at like 7.
Good job. But you ate food at 10:45. That's brunch.
Well-
okay. So if you woke up at 7 and then you fucked off for a few hours and you're like, oh man, I'm hungry for some pancakes and eggs. Let's go get brunch. That's what that is.
No, it was a breakfast menu. I
It
ordered
doesn't
off of-
matter.
No.
Brunch is breakfast items. There's a few lunch items sprinkled in. That's why it's called brunch, breakfast and lunch. You can get yourself a nice sandwich. Nothing heavy.
No,
But yeah, you get breakfast.
it was breakfast.
Dude, I've asked so many people. I want the comments to explode. I want your wife to comment on this. That
Yeah.
was fucking brunch. Everybody I've
100%
talked to,
that was 100%
when you
brunch.
when you put that out in the text that you were eating breakfast at 10:45 a.m., I was like, that's brunch. And I started asking people. I was like, if a motherfucker is eating breakfast like foods at 10:45. Is that breakfast or brunch? And they're like, yeah, it's brunch.
Let's do a Facebook poll. We'll find out if that's
there
brunch.
you go. Put it
Oh my
out to the
God.
people.
It's still breakfast.
Brunch. I'm telling you. It's brunch.
It's 100% brunch.
You don't have to order from a specific menu for it to,
in
it's
my
the time
opinion,
of day.
In my opinion, because like people eat dinner at like fucking like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I would not consider that dinner.
I would.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How is that dinner?
That's dinner. After
That
3
sounds like a late lunch.
after 3 o'clock. No, I have lunch at like 10:30.
I'd say anything from 4 on is dinner or supper.
I would say 4
I would
to
say that's-
7. Anything
I would say
after
that's
7,
dinner.
you're having a later snack. That's it.
It's dinner.
People who eat dinner after like 9 o'clock, no, you're just having a snack, a big snack. That's not a meal. If you eat, hey, let's go to dinner. Great. What time? 8:30. Fuck off. I'm not going.
Yeah, it's
No,
not dinner.
That's not dinner. Because I will have already eaten before then. I might be hungry at 8:30, but I ain't gonna eat a full meal after that.
I guess it's all
I-
subjective
I
and
could.
dependent on your situation.
And you had brunch. That was your situation.
Yes. If you
That
were up
was
at
your-
7 and you ate at 10:45, 11, you had
could've-
brunch or 11.
You could have easily had all them same breakfast things that you had at like 8. And it would have been breakfast. I'd have been like, okay, a little bit of a late breakfast, but yeah, it's breakfast.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Breakfast is breakfast. It's early.
No.
Breakfast is like 6:30, 7. Yeah. I'm telling you.
I want to see what the comments say.
Okay.
The
All right.
the maybe one or half comments we get.
We haven't got a comment yet.
Oh, we'll never get a comment, which is fine. This is just therapy.
We might.
This is alternative.
We might get a following.
If you think about it, let's think of it this way: if we converted this is like a therapy session for just us to shoot shit and just have fun and whatever.
I'm okay with it.
Think of it this way: if you were to actually go to therapy, was it $100 a month, $100 a session?
It's like $100 an hour.
Well, no, you insurance and everything, $100. Let's say you're paying $100 a session, two sessions.
Whatever your copay is.
Yeah.
Like whatever your insurance
It's
covers.
usually about $100 a session.
Yeah, so 50.
If you got a body out there, what is going on with your dog?
Probably.
So between the 4 of us, 2 sessions a month. That's $200 a person. That's $600. I mean, we're saving money by having this podcast. This podcast has paid for itself already.
Can I break down in tears in front of you guys?
Do I have to blurb it out on the?
I don't know. Depends on how far I go. Then it's not. I mean,
If you want, Kevin, we are here for you.
Yeah, we're here for you, man. You can do whatever you need to.
This
I
is
got
your
you.
safe place, Kevin.
Yeah.
and then we put it out for the world.
It's just be like
listener.
a black screen for like 30 seconds. And everyone's like, what the hell is this?
Whose phone's going off?
I don't know, probably mine. Hopefully someone scored a touchdown because I'm losing. I made some bad choices this week.
I hate fantasy. I love it. It's like fantasy football brings peace to my life by adding stress to my life. Don't ask me how that makes sense. It does to me. Like,
yeah.
because you're sitting here, you're trying to set the perfect lineup. You're like, okay, like, yeah, it's 50-50 between this guy and this guy, but he's going up against this defense. Okay, he may drop 3 TDs on him.
Or make it shut down.
And then he make it. I'm gonna leave him in, and then it's nothing. And it's like fucking dog shit.
Yeah, that's why we're all right now.
Meanwhile, the guy is on the bench and he's fucking racking up touchdowns,
Yeah, I have like 4 of those guys right now.
Yeah.
Like 40 pointers. I'm like,
and you're like, fuck.
but now I know.
Yeah.
You really kind of after the second week. Now I know who I'm going to trust and who I'm not going to
Yeah.
trust.
It's just been a shit. Like, I don't like for fantasy for tight ends has been garbage.
Today was a great day for tight ends.
Last week was absolute dog shit.
Well, last week was the lowest passing yardage since like 2008 or some ridiculous number. It was literally the lowest. We had more rushing touchdowns than passing touchdowns last week.
It was fucking.
And we only had two quarterbacks only threw 300 yards. And out of the 30 some,
I feel like this is a weird season so far. Like I know it's only halfway through week 2.
Yeah, I mean, they made rule changes, and
Yeah, you can't do the hip drop tackle. The kickoff rule is different. Which,
yeah, I'm sure there's some other stuff they changed.
I mean,
that
they
nobody
kept,
cares
they kept
about.
promising, oh man, there's going to be more kickoff return touchdowns. I haven't seen it. I mean, it's only week 2.
I mean, there was one.
There was one. But the way they made it sound like it was going to happen like every fucking game.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, once they start doing the trick plays, maybe, probably. But until then, that'd be fine. All right. Well, I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're good. Joe, where's those aliens?
Hey Joe, are you ready to do your send off?
What send off?
You're the send off guy now.
I'm the send off guy.
Yeah, you got to call out the socials. You know you're supposed to practice.
Hey, you're the...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like, subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook,
And
Instagram.
My God,
Relatively
leave a
Friends.
comment. Please, for the love of Christ, leave a comment.
You got to say like, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
Comments are more important. That shows engagement.
There's no well, there's watch time.
There's watch time.
That's
but,
on engagement.
But like most of the engagement factor is comments.
We will respond to the comments.
Yes, if you want us to talk about anything specific, put it in the comments.
My feelings are sensitive.
Kevin will respond to the comments.
I will be banned.
Hey, don't get my channel banned. Our channel.
No, it'll be under my personal account, so I'll get banned.
No, it has to come from because you're responding from us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll probably get banned.
That's why I made it a separate account. All right, you heard it. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Rel Friends, Relatively Friends, at Relatively Friends on everything else. Rel Friends on X,
I don't know. It's the only one I didn't do.
TikTok.
because-
I think TikTok. I don't know. Whichever one has a short one. One of these days I'll get it right. We should probably write it up there. Solid. All
The
right.
idea of that, we can just put it at the end of the video.
Yeah, we could.
Right there.
Yep, right there.
Speaking of which, I was watching the new episode and you pointed to something and there was no graphic after that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I did point, and then I didn't remember where it was, and the episode was so long. I'm like, well, that's not happening. I only did it once.
Yep.
You guys gotta remind me or send me something.
I usually...
Have a good one.